Jordan, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Excited to talk to you.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So let me just do my little spiel and we'll get into it.
Oh,
Hello, everyone. This is Jeff Stewart of the Film Blerds, and I am joined here by Jordan Gonzalez, one of the stars of the upcoming Stephen King adaptation, The Long Walk. Jordan, I just have to say, after I saw this movie, I had to call my best friend, right? Because it's very emotional. And horrific and brilliant. So, thank you for being involved. Tell me how you fall into this. Can you tell us about your character as much as you can?
yeah, sure. Um, and I'm happy that I'm sorry that you had to do that, but I'm happy that the film made you feel like you needed to do that, which means that we're doing something right. Um, Harkness isn't in the original novel all that much, but there is a baseline of who he is and what he's about and his motivation for joining the walk, which is writing a novel about the long walk. And everyone's like, why would he want to do that? Well, in a society where everyone has not, and no one has a lot of money, and everyone's trying to find their way out, and you are a young boy, 18 years old, you want to have something that lives beyond you. And to him, it's the novel. And to him, it's his earnestness, and he's such a puppy dog to me that he wants that brotherhood, and he wants those friendships, and he wants to tell the truth and be honest in his journalism so that something can live on beyond him. Whether or not it's the walk that does him in, or the world that they live in as a whole.
Now, this is a vast departure from the things you've done before. Was there, what did it take emotionally to be able to embody this character?
A lot. It was a gift from Francis to allow us to shoot chronologically. It was a gift from Francis for all of us to choose the personalization of our characters, what they wear, what they want to die in, what they take off when they're hot, what they put on when they're cold, the mementos that they have in their bags that you don't even see that inform who they are. And so it was all of those little things of personalizations. I remember sitting in my hotel room in Winnipeg before we started and already beginning to journal. And Nico, our production designer, had gifted me this beautiful deck that was his pitch to Francis for the film. And he gave it to me. And so I would sit in my hotel room and I would stare at Nico's thoughts and I would journal about them and really put myself in these boys' situations about how this would affect me. But it isn't really until you're on the day and that first gunshot goes off that you feel the weight of what we're doing. And that first gunshot, it brought tears in my eyes because you're shooting chronologically, you're saying goodbye to your friends and all these boys, and it adds to the magic of why this film is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their moment in this film, and you are no exception. It was, yeah, it's powerful. Uh, so, what was one of the most difficult things, like shooting this movie? I mean, you told me you shot chronologically. Uh, some of the scenes are very arduous and very, violent and bloody. But what were some of the challenges on set?
Yeah, I think for me personally, it was probably walking on my ankle that way. You know, I physically walked on my ankle, whether or not it was in my shoe before I lose my shoe on the side of my ankle, because I wanted it to be as realistic as possible while not trying to hurt myself. Um, but I physically walked on the side of my ankle in my shoe, and then when the shoe comes off, I'm walking on a sock through a wet road on the side of my ankle, bone on the ground, which is some physicality work that I've never had to do and had the opportunity to do. And so it was really cool to just give my body and my spirit over to that process in order to make, some really brutal art. That's why we do it.
Oh, yeah, no, no, I feel you. So let's talk about some happier moments on
Sure.
set instead of the doom and gloom. What was uh, you really saw a sense of camaraderie with the whole entire cast. How was that fostered? What were some of the fun moments? What did you all do to sort of get out of the harshness? You know,
Yeah,
to
I mean, yeah, there was this one time where we all were staying in a ski lodge in this town called La Riviere that I don't know that anyone really lives in, but 10 people. I mean, there's no gas station, there's no coffee, there's no food, there's no this, there's no that. And so I remember a couple of us went for a drive and went and stargazed and shared our favorite music with each other. And we went to the fair one time, which was a lot of fun, and went to a baseball game all together. And so there was little things that we would do like on the weekends and the off time that like we as outside of our characters created those bonds together that really, really help inform also the on-screen stuff too, because we all really care about each other, which is cool.
um, so what do you want people to take away from this movie? Like, uh, they're going to watch it. This is going to be a conversation
Yeah.
starter. This whole entire movie. So, what do you want people to take away? Like when they leave the theater, what is the feeling?
I want them to decide that for themselves, you know? I do. I think I remember going to see it. I've seen it once, right? And I saw it with my team and we walked out and we all stood there for like 5 minutes without even speaking because everyone was like, I need a second. And so I think that's the most beautiful thing about this whole film is that it is so thought-provoking that it requires you to leave and be super introspective and think about where we are at as society as a whole to this day. And I want them to I want them to think, you know, and I want them to come up with their own conclusions. And I want them to decide how they're gonna make the world a better place.
Okay, fair, fair. Um, so what was it like working with Francis Lawrence?
Oh man, what a guy. Like I Am Legend and Constantine are some of my favorite movies. And those are like Francis Lawrence deep cuts. Everyone's like Hunger
Right,
Games. I'm like, Hunger Games is great, okay? I love Hunger Games just as much as the next person. But you want to talk about Constantine with me and Keanu Reeves, like
right.
that is up my alley. And to think that I would ever get an opportunity to work with this man, I never in my life. And he is just so talented and knows what he's doing. And he's kind and he trusted all of us actors. And that's the biggest reward and gift that you can have as an artist is a director knowing what he wants, but also instilling a certain amount of trust and authority over you to bring this person to life. And so I'm lucky, man. I'm one of the lucky ones.
Very cool. Now, I still have a couple more minutes. They haven't kicked me off yet, so I got some more questions for you. Uh, did you read the book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, the book is different than what we're seeing. Um, and I think in a lot of ways the movie elevates the material. What did you th so did you read the script first or did you read the book first? And what are your feelings on that?
I read the book a long time ago.
Mhm.
Um, I'm a big horror fan. I'm a big Stephen King fan. I read the book a long time ago, was unaware of the process of this film being made until I got the audition. And then once I booked it, reread it with fresh eyes. And I just think that JT did a wonderful job of, I think it's like 75 to 85% words straight from the page, um, which is, incredible. And I think the changes, I think the changes the fans will appreciate. I think
Mhm.
it's I think it's shifted as the world has shifted. And and because this was written so long ago, some of those changes are a reflection of where we're at now as a society and the message that needs to be driven home, if that makes sense, without giving anything.
Too much away. Yeah, no, I get it. Jordan, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much for being in this movie, bringing the character to life. And yeah, I can't wait to hear what everyone else has to say about what you did.
You and me both, brother.